Stillness and blessings, family. Love and light, health and wholeness, 3 times. I greet everybody in the highest version of myself, in the highest frequency of light, sound, ether. I hope this moment finds everybody in the highest version of yourself, in your highest frequency of light and sound, moving through the earthly temple of your being. We thank the ancestors for protection. We thank our higher selves for protection. We come into this space in clarity and insight, in the highest intelligence, through the faculties of divine mind. We thank all ancestor, angelic, ascended masters, cosmic and divine beings. If you're in this space, this is where you're supposed to be. I thank you for joining me, and I welcome you. This is your host and co-pilot, Sawu the God, under the direction of Divine Source. Thank you for being here. That's it. I'm feeling good for no reason at all. I hope this moment finds y'all feeling good for no reason at all. We snowed in, so I ain't got things to do far as outer movement, but I got a lot of things to do as far as the movements I gotta get done so we can move forward. I'm gonna start out by saying, when you truly care about how you feel, you will start feeling good for no reason at all. Just because you can. We are vibrational frequencies of larger vibrations. You know? So, in my relationship with myself as being a god or goddesses that we call ourselves, we also have to understand it's an extension of something larger than us that's also connected to us. It ain't necessary to go out your way to get others on the same page as you, or to get people to see what you see. I realize now it's a waste of time. We only get things on our own timing. Through listening, you're able to see. I can't cheer for you and cross my fingers on you at the same time. When you understand where your power comes from, you start caring about a lot of things, especially what anybody else say, what anybody else think, or what anybody else doing. That's a definition of how self-love operates. That's why I wore pink today. What you give your attention to becomes more of what you gave your attention to. It's for who can catch it. What you give your attention to becomes more of what you give your attention to. The less you give your attention to it, the less it becomes. Now, what are you giving your attention to? More so, this may provoke questions. Why he say that? Well, I say that because we have adopted, most of us, if not many of the most of us have adopted the habit of making our story based on who's suffering the most and whatever it is we're trying to accomplish. And when you think about what I just said, it shows a certain type of madness. If the law of retraction, I'm saying that to go on to say this, if the law of retraction responds to our inner being, which is you and me, my inner being is me, your inner being is you, and That's a comprehension within that needs to be more developed because most don't understand it. But if the law of attraction responds to your inner being, which is you, when you want to change things in any kind of way, you got to be able to speak what you want to happen, not what already don't happen. Why I say that is because not only have I done it, but in what I step out, I begin to see more of. And the things that I outgrow, I begin to see who ain't outgrew it, if you're walking with me. So, in the story that I tell today, it's nothing based on what already occurred, who I used to be, and what I used to do. Too many of us want something different in our life, but telling the same story about the things you don't want. Duh. We're gonna talk today a little bit. And the reason why I speak from the place I do, because somewhere I decided to take a slice and center my life and use that little slice to become transparent with the whole pie that I am, with the whole circle that I am, with an intention of joining with, merging with, understanding with, becoming with, and allowing all my human conscious in the consciousness that I interface with in other people, that I may know myself in the fullness of who I am and contribute it back to the people. I said that to say I thank you all, those I know and those I don't, and maybe we'll meet one day. I thank you all for allowing me, whether you know it or not, to be a consistent light in this world as I tune into the energy of all I become in a way that may anyone who come into contact with this energy that I'm radiating, that it be a benefit to you, whether you understand it or not. Respect, admiration comes from the core of any good relation. I ain't say relationship because the people involved determine how I rock. But respect and admiration is the center, it's the core of any good relation. A lot of people think, I'm gonna use myself. I have thought I had good relations with most of the people in my life until I got into the core of myself and started viewing things from that place. And it showed me a whole different picture of what's really going on. And I said that to say, if you're aggressively working on yourself with respect and admiration, you're growing. And that's how you come to know what you seek to see in others and know what you don't see in others. Self-respect is the highest admiration you can give yourself. When our thoughts dominate, when our dominant thoughts, when our thoughts that's most consistent in our life are positive, you give off good energy. So what are we think we doing when we in the opposite place of what positive is? Whatever positive may be to you, I just call it feeling good for no reason at all, because that's where I choose to be. But you know, everybody got what's positive into them, and the reason why I say this because so we can get into a different radiation of what we used to at will. instead of allowing conditions, situations, people, places, and things to put us in a condition or situation based on what's generating externally. Your point of your law of your point of attraction, your points, your points of attraction is the law of attraction that will operate through you. Heal all your points, and when you're healed, you can't be hurt. We all hold a spark that becomes a flame. All we got to do is ignite it. And to add on to that, you can't have one eye on your spiritual walk and one eye on your physical and material existence. It's just gonna have you wobbling like Peter. Oh, he or she of little faith. Eventually, you're gonna lose track of who you are. You gotta be eye level with all things. Eye level is seeing from the same place in every part of your being. Otherwise, in my presence, I'm gonna probably shake you off the fence. With that, we're gonna proceed with the card for the day. Hope everybody got something from what, the collective community wanted us to hear, because those messages came from y'all. They ain't come from me. The golden ratio. The golden ratio. Power. And the Taurus yantra. The Taurus yantra. Gotta protect your Taurus, man. Can't have nobody playing around with the donut. You hear me? We're going to the ADK loop, book 2, Law of Life. We're still in the section of ascended masters, cosmic and divine beings. We're on the topic of the flame. We're on page 398. 398 for those who got a book on the Law of Life, book 2, flame. One can call forth and establish the threefold flame in your home. You need not see it with the physical sight. The threefold flame is an action of life-giving essence. When establishing a focus of the sacred fire in an undisturbed place in the home or a sanctuary, use the threefold flame. Lord Sanat Kumaro, Lord Gautama, in his place now, the God of justice and the cosmic being Palur. Form a threefold action. Faith, hope, and charity form another. The divine directive, the Grand Teton Retreat, the Brothers of the Golden Road, Godfrey, and others govern the activities of the threefold flame to the earth. It is well to call to Lord Gautama, the new Lord of the world, instead of Sanat Kumara, so as to leave him free, since he is going to be on Venus. Now, I read some of this yesterday. So I noticed that I backed up a little bit, so y'all bear with me. The power of the 3 times 3 means the action of the threefold flames. One such action is the threefold flame in one's heart. In your heart, everyone got it. With that in the heart of your higher self, and I am present. Another such action is of each life stream is the cosmic action of the 2 I am presences, or the twin rays, masculine and feminine. That's what that means. And the God flame. 3 ascended masters of cosmic beings may, for some specific service or accomplishment, form the action of the threefold flame. One representing love, one representing wisdom, and the other power. This form an action of the power of the 3 times 3. The sevenfold flame on the forehead is a flame, or quality, from the heart of each of the 7 Elohim, anchored there in every life stream, embodied or disembodied. These 7 flames compose the sevenfold flame, placed in order of the rays from left side to right. A master can readily tell what ray an individual is on by the predominance of that ray in this sevenfold flame on the forehead, or aura. The threefold flame in the heart is from the presence. The sevenfold flame of the seven Elohim on the forehead is a balancing power to assist that flame. The action on the threefold flame of cosmic beings, faith, hope, and charity, anchored around the heart of each life stream, is similar to the flame on the forehead. The potential power of any flame is within the threefold flame in your heart. Comfort, healing, peace, truth, transmutation, etc. Within the flame is the power. Through that tiny flame is generated enough energy or power to make even a husky man function. That should be proof that the flame need not be as large as the discord in order to handle it. Your flame don't have to be as large as the discord that you're dealing with in order to handle the discord. All you gotta do is be in touch with your flame in order to speak to the discord. That should be proof. A similar action is that of a wire carrying the electricity to light a building or even a city. Is not as large as the building or city, yet enough power flows through. Electromagnetic bands, man. Use your magnetism. That's what this. That's the frequency we're supposed to be operating in. Magnetic. An action of the flame that can be used is to draw the discord of each body into the flame in the heart and command it to be transmuted. One can also visualize and feel a large threefold flame around the physical body. It is like 3 ostrich plumes or pampas grass from beneath the feet, extending to a foot or so above the head, with the blue plume at the left side, slightly to the back, the gold one in front, and the pink one at the right, meeting the blue one at the center back. Another action one can use is to draw the action of the sevenfold flame of the Elohim around yourself through visualization. When one can visualize and get the feeling, of this, it is a tremendous drawing power or invoking power of the release of the accumulated good in your causal body. In the beginning, to visualize it, one can take the mental picture of standing on a disc, like a phonograph. A foot or 2 in a diameter, see that white in color. See it white in color. Now make it a pillar extending above your head. Then outside around that, see a blue disc, a foot wide. Next one yellow in color. Outside around that, a disc or circle, pink in color. Around that, one crystal or white. Next one bright green. Next one ruby, or so on. Or use your, or get you a charcoal board and use these points to do the same visualizations and walk yourself through each one. As one holds a good, clear mental picture, see each one becoming a flame, blazing up, forming a pillar of these various colors. Later on, it can be pictured and formed into a sphere, which in reality, it is in its natural state. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We will continue again tomorrow. Like I said, this was a window period. Appreciate your time, appreciate your energy, appreciate y'all participation, appreciate your love, support, and donations. Like, share, subscribe, comment, question, create dialogue. My Cash App is $SAIWOODAGOD. That's $Sawu God. Before I leave, I'm gonna bring back the radiation of the cards for the day, the golden ratio, and the Taurus yantra for study and research. As always, I love y'all. Be in the highest frequency possible. Feel good for no reason at all, because only you can. And as we move on throughout our day, stillness and blessings, love and light, health and wholeness. Peace, family.